Hi, BrenTech here, where tech is made simple. So late last week, I let you know that Microsoft had shared an interesting post over on X, where Microsoft has said, and I'm quoting, Windows is evolving into an agentic OS, which basically means that the operating system will be able to think for itself under certain circumstances. And I also mentioned in the video that users are not happy and were not happy regarding this decision by Microsoft. I'll leave the video linked down below and in the end screen if you'd like some more information. Now, as I did mention previously in that video, Microsoft had actually turned off the comments for that post over on X because things were getting pretty negative when it came to the feedback. And just to let you know now that Microsoft has actually responded to the post. And I thought this was interesting. So to head over to X once again, here's a comment by a user called Gurgly. Can't see any reason for software engineers to choose Windows with this weird direction they are doubling down on. Okay, so an unhappy user. Here's the original post by Microsoft. And here's the follow-up post, which I'm just going to read quickly for the purpose of this video. It says, "Hey Gurgly, I'm responding here, and I think this applies to a bunch of the comments that people have made. I mean, a lot of comments, and there were a lot of comments, mainly negative. And by the way, Pavan Davaluri is the Windows chief over at Microsoft. He says, the team and I take in a ton of feedback. We balance what we see in our product feedback systems with what we hear directly. They don't always match, but both are important. I've read through the comments and see focus on things like reliability, performance, and ease of use, and more. But I want to spend a moment just on this point you are making, and I'll boil it down. We care deeply about developers." That's an interesting statement, which I think is going to raise a bit of debate. "We know we have work to do on the experience, both on the everyday usability, from inconsistent dialogues to power user experiences." I don't think inconsistent dialogues is spot on. I think there's a lot more that users don't want besides inconsistent dialogues. It's mainly to do with the ads and the AR and so on. Carries on to say, "When we meet as a team, we discuss these pain points and others in detail because we want developers to choose Windows. We know words aren't enough. It's on us to continue improving and shipping. We love to connect with you about what the team is doing to address these areas if you are open to it." And then we've also got some comments below that, which are once again not very positive and are mainly negative. So Microsoft says it cares about its developers and kind of just sees inconsistent dialogues as the problem. So once again, as I've posted previously, it seems that Microsoft is not in touch with its user base because there are bigger problems than just inconsistent dialogues currently with Windows. It's mainly the AR that Microsoft is pushing into the operating system and this kind of agentic way they are pushing now with the Windows OS. So I thought this was interesting. Now, while we are talking about an agentic OS, over the weekend I ran a poll regarding that Microsoft had said that Windows is evolving into an agentic OS and users are not happy. And I asked the question, so would you like Windows to be an agentic OS? And out of the 951 votes currently, 57% of you said no. And 35% of you said you don't know what an agentic OS is. My tip, just do a quick Google search. Google will help you out if you don't know what an agentic OS is. So this begs me to ask the question once again. If on this channel, 57% of you say no, you don't want Windows to be an agentic OS. But if we head back to the post and Microsoft is calling inconsistent dialogues, that's basically menus. They're referring there to, I think, is the light and the dark mode that isn't consistent across the board. That's kind of all that Microsoft seems to think is the problem. No mention here that Microsoft is going to stop adding AR to Windows. So I thought that was interesting. Let me know your thoughts down below. Do you think Microsoft is out of touch, as we have spoken about on the channel? Let me know your thoughts down below. Always interested to hear. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.